understanding of things. And as long as you know the limitations of your experience and your understanding, is your knowledge of your limitations a positive thing? It's important to know what you don't know. Now, there are some people that don't know what they don't know. You know what I've just said? They don't know what they don't know. They're cocksure ignorant. Okay? So, people who, just because they have seniority, or because they know the owner of the ship best, that's not a good reason to be the captain. What you want is the person that knows how to navigate by what? The stars, understands the weather conditions, the construction of the ship. You want the person the most knowledgeable, right? Okay. We already defined philosophy. What is an autodidactic learner? Yes, go ahead. What is it? Give me an example of what that is.
Teaching yourself something versus like having someone teach you.
Yeah, instead of somebody dispensing it to you, you've got to start picking up and learning it on your own. I think one of the most important things, we didn't read the article, by the way, but it is in your references. There's a story about a guy across the street from law school, and he's shocked because he's got to learn on his own. I mean, when you go to law school, you go for your master's degree in a major university, you go to places like that, you're on your own in great part. Now, there will be professors who will give you information, but they're going to expect you to dig on your own. And it's true in this class. I told you, all right, go watch this movie. Here's a study guide. You're on your own. Go get it. You've got to learn to break the apron strings of your high school teachers. Okay? Because when you go to the work world, are you not going to be studying on your own? You'll be surprised. You go to the work world and you'll go. One day you'll wake up and say, gee, many Christmas, I've only been out here 5 years. Most of the things I know today I did not learn in college. I learned here on my own. All right. First university. What was the first university? What was kind of who started it? The students started it. And the reason I put that in there is to show you that students come with a high level of motivation to learn. If you have a professor and a student, what percent of the responsibility is the professors and what percent is the responsibility of the students? How much?
50-50?
Isn't it 100 on both?
100 on both. 100%, 100%. So, you know, if you get a professor, let's say, well, in any class, let's say you have an art history professor. There's a really great art history professor here, and I thought I'd turn that off.
Mistakes.
So, yeah. Are you counting them up so you can, it's all within the last 2 months. I mean, it's amazing. It was perfect up till then. Now I thought, oh, so this art history professor is supposed to be just tremendous, and this student told me that just got her turned on to become an art history major. That art history professor travels the world, learns all the work, and like this, she has given 100% of her class. What if a student only gives 35%? You see, the professor did her job, the student didn't do his or her job, right? It's 100%, 100% commitment. When you get married, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Number 8, you can forget about that. What does C stand for?
Significant emotional experience.
Significant emotional experience or significant emotional event. I would hope that this class has been a significant emotional experience for you. That when you look back in August, where were you? You look at today, where are you? Did it change you in any way? It should. I know you take some classes and you go through them, just get the grade and get the hell out of there. Right? And I know, no, that didn't happen here, Chapman, but I'll explain my experience. There are classes what is the lowest C you can get out of this class? I mean, that's how I thought sometimes as an undergrad. I don't think like that anymore, by the way, but I used to. I can get an A in this class, an A in this class, an A in this class, and this one sucks, and I just want to get out of there, right? Like physics and biology. I mean, I swear to God, it's a huge lecture hall. What does it take to get out of this class, you know? So, all right, so you know what I'm talking about, right? You gotta have an attitude. One else learned in a university. All right, now, so those things were not significant except in the fact that today I look back and I say, when I see students behaving like that, then I know. Like, I was talking to Kayla about this the other week. She has no clue what that is, to be a lazy student. I was trying to explain to her, how do you just get a C? You understand what I'm talking about? No. Straight A student doesn't have a clue what I'm talking about. Never experienced it. So it became a significant emotional experience for me because I know how students can think like that. Okay. All right. What else could be a significant emotional experience? Death of your parents will be. You will really think things through when that happens. You can have a significant emotional experience in an auto wreck. Or you could, well, anything that happens in your life could potentially be a significant emotional experience. For the football players, and remember the Titans, that's a significant emotional experience, isn't it? Okay. All right. What do we mean by contemplative life? Yes.
Like, do you constantly reflect upon the things that happen in your life and you have like aha moments?
An aha moment is called insight learning, right? You gain clarity. So you can reflect on some things for years and years and years and decades, and then all of a sudden it hits you. I gave you the example of my look at the Vietnam War. Who do we send to war? When do we go to war? And then all of a sudden it was just a few years ago. I'm sitting in church and I'm hearing the story of Isaac and Abraham, you know, when he's going to kill his son. And all of a sudden it becomes clear to me. Right? Those kind of things, those insights can take a long time. They can hit instantly or they can take a long time. Okay? So the contemplative life is all this thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and then all of a sudden it comes clear to you. Now, I couldn't hardly hear you.
You didn't tell me what building, you just said 202.
Well, I told you what building we were in. I told the class that.
I know, I don't remember that.
That's his first mistake.
I went to Beckman, and then to the Mill, and then to Reeves. I went here first, and then that door was locked.
Which door?
Oh, yeah, there's the
I
Oh,
wasn't smart enough to just try the other door.
you didn't ask your buddy to help you?
I texted you and called you twice.
Don't anybody say anything. All right. So now we're here on. So now when you have this contemplative life and all of a sudden it hits you, you got the answer. That's called what? Private victory. When you go to share it, it now becomes a what? Public victory. When we go over, I think when we go over that letter recommendation, I believe it's going to be in there, if I'm not mistaken, but it'll come up with some of the scenarios that we do. So, many times, a person says, well, I've been thinking about this, and they walk into class, a professor walks into class, you know what, I was thinking about how we're going to do something, and it just hit me how to do it. I want to share it with you. All of a sudden, when he or she says, I want to share it with you, they're going from private victory to what? Public victory. And so it's the make it known to others. Okay? How many in here are in fields like art, or film, where you have to do things on your own? I mean, there's a good example of, they give you an assignment, you're on your own. Okay, it's up to you to use the teacher as a resource, but the teacher's not gonna tell you how to do everything. Use all your fellow students as a resource. You come up with an idea, and then you have to make a presentation before a jury. Anybody know what I mean by a jury presentation? You stand before professionals in the industry, and they are not kind when they do art juries or architecture juries or film juries. They literally pick you apart. It's like Simon Cowell, but 5 of them picking you apart. You know who he is, don't you? It's like having him, every time you go to put your public victory out there, they just slam you. Now what they're trying to do is toughen you up for the real world. Okay, now he is obnoxious, but they are doing it